Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are excited. I am very excited to get this going on. Grabbing some of my oils to get started with today. Welcome, welcome. As you come in, tell me where you're from. Let's see, I want to know where you're from, how long you've been in Young Living, and you know what? I want to know what rank you're planning on going for. So if you are doing this, it means that you are wanting to build your organization, you're wanting to grow, and I want to know where you're going. So make sure you let me know. Starting with a little bit of sacred frankincense. Oh, you guys. I always tell everybody, I think this is one of those ones that you need to gift yourself with. Like sacred frankincense, every single day. We need to be anointing ourselves with that. Get it on our brainstem. Oh, good stuff going in. So as you're coming in, tell me, got hair in my mouth. Tell me where you're from. Tell me how long you've been in Young Living and what rank you are going for. Grab your oils. Of course, I'm getting a little bit of abundance on because this is about building our teams, right? All that good stuff. Woo! All right. So I'm not going to take a really long time talking to people as you're coming in or saying hello or any of that good stuff. I want you to keep posting it. Tell me where you're from. Tell me how long you've been in. Tell me what rank you're going for. But I want to get right to it so that I can honor your time. My goal is that this Growing Diamond incentive is not going to take a ton of your time. I want you out there actually doing the income producing activities. That's what I'm looking for. I want to help you change ranks. Then you being in front of 1,000 videos is not going to do that. I want to educate you and then push you out the door. So each of these weeks we're talking 20 to 30 minutes is my goal. It's really hard to teach in 20 minutes, so I'm going to try to stick to that and see how close we can get to it, and each week I will work on being better. So for those of you that have done this with us before, so if you've done it with us before, let me know. This is your second round, third round, how many ever times you've done it. Let me know how many times you've done it with us. And then if you're brand new, our hashtag Growing Diamond. So that's everything you're going to put on is hashtag Growing Diamond. That's how we're going to be able to find people to do incentives. We're going to look under that hashtag and then posting on the 1090 page. So make sure you're writing that down. But this challenge is designed to help you achieve your next. So this is all 100% individual. It's going to be individual style because each of us do things different. It's so funny, either on the platinum page or, gosh, I don't even remember what group it is, but they were discussing, are doing classes the way that you do it? Do you do 101s? Do you do, I want you to understand this. I want you to really own this. There's not a wrong way to build your team. There isn't, because we all are completely different. We have different personalities. I love to teach. Like, if you ask me what my buttons were, teaching and educating, that's one of my buttons. When I'm sitting in front of a class and suddenly I see somebody have a light bulb go off and they're like, and they get it, I get all warm and cuddly, and it's my thing. I love to teach. I love to know that somebody got it. But that is not everybody's giftings. So if you are better with one-on-ones, you want to be able to talk to people one person at a time, and that's your gifting, then you roll with your gifting. If you like doing make and takes, listen, I am not a make and take kind of girl. I'm a just order it and buy it kind of girl. Make and takes, not my button, not my thing. But if that's your thing, you make and take your way to diamond because you can do it. And the thing that you got to understand, maybe online, I am not an online person. Learning to stretch and do the Facebook Lives, this was really a challenge for me because it's not my area. Creating and making the PowerPoints and writing class scripts, not my thing. So I always tell people where they can go for those resources, right? So if I don't do class scripts, I can tell you to get the Now What books. They are class scripts. I can tell you a bunch of different things that you can do. I have just recently fallen in love with, and I know probably a lot of you guys already know it, but Grow Workspace. Oh my gosh, I have fallen in love with them because every time somebody says to me, do you have a PowerPoint for XYZ? Do you have a script for XYZ? I'm like, not really, sort of. You can use my stuff for free, go ahead. But because it's not my gifting, they're not great. Well, that is Grow Workspace's gifting, right? So they make them. They have all that stuff available. So don't spend your time trying to recreate something because you think that's the only way to do it. Instead, use your giftings. If you like to teach but you don't know how to write a class, go get them from Grow Workspace. Get the books. If you don't know how to get people on ER, we're going to go over lots of different sources where you can find the information, because I want you to be about the business of building you the way you want to build your team. This is your team. You need to own it, but you have to put activity in it. You have to do it consistently. When you look at all the diamonds and crown diamonds and royal crown diamonds, and you interview us, all of us did it different. All of us had different things that we did. The one thing that we all did is that we did it consistently and we didn't quit. I'm gonna highlight that one again, because you should be taking notes and you should write that down. Every single diamond, crown diamond, royal crown diamond, the one thing we all have in common is we built consistently, which means we did something every day towards our end goal. We were out there talking to people, we were sharing with people, whether it was online, whether it was on the phone, whether they were a texter. We all did it consistently, all the time. We did it consistently, consistent action, and then we never, ever, ever, ever quit. We kept going. There's people that it took 25 years to get to those ranks, right? They didn't quit. They just kept going. And that's what I want to encourage you in this 90 days. I want you to decide that I'm going to hustle. I am going to run. I am going to get rid of some of the stuff that I can take off my schedule, because I guarantee right now each and every one of you guys are busy. Your schedules are full. You have stuff that you do every minute of the day, even if that means there's a TV show that you like to watch, or you guys do. Our days are full. There's not any time of the day that you go, right? We don't do that. It's full of stuff. So for this 90 days, the first thing you have to do is figure out, what can you set aside for 90 days? For us, when we chose to do one of our runs, we partnered with our kids and we said, this is what we want to do. We're running for the rank of platinum. We really want you guys to do this. Mom's going to be really busy. Dad's going to be helping her. And so we had to set aside, and we literally, with our 4 kids, they were at the time from the ages of about 7 to 15. And we partnered with our kids and we divvied up the house. So who's going to be doing the dishes? Who's going to help do the laundry? And we divided everything, because I didn't have time to clean toilets when I was in my hustle. I didn't have time for that. So we had to divide it up. And at the end, when we hit our goal, our kids were able to help us plan. I think that was our trip to Disney and a cruise that we did. So they got to help plan that. There was something in it for them. So you have to pick what you're going to get rid of. Some of the things that we got rid of is we stepped out of a whole bunch of things at our church. We didn't stop going to church. We didn't stop being Christians, but we stopped running a whole lot of the different things that we did. We did the dance team. We were in the sound booth. We projection, all these different things. And we said, for this season, we just can't. We stepped down so other people could step up into those positions, so that we had the time. You have to free up some time so you can do something new, right? I hear people, I'm going to do this, and they get all excited about it, and I'm going to build the business, but then they don't have the time for it. They never set aside the time to build. If you got a new job and the job said you had to show up from 9 to 5 and you had to be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you have to show up 9 to 5, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If you came in at 11 some days, or you called and you said, listen, I can't be there, I've got a birthday party, I totally forgot I had to be at a birthday party, and you had all these different things, you wouldn't have that job for long. And I want you for 90 days to treat this like a business. For 90 days, I want you to set all those other things apart and say, for 90 days, I'm going to work my work hours, and set up the times that you're going to work. Set up the times that you're going to dedicate to your next rank. So have you been sitting at your rank for a really long time? Have you fallen back so you're not at that same rank? How important is it to you? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to give up for a season? I really want to stress this. I know I keep saying it, but I want to stress this isn't forever. I'm not saying you're going to have to run hardcore for the rest of your life. I'm saying for 90 days, what could you do different? For 90 days, what could you set on a shelf and do later? For 90 days, can you just record your favorite shows so that when you're done, you can catch up on the ones that you want? For 90 days. Because see, 3 months is going to happen either way. 90 days is going to go by whether you partner with us or whether you do something completely different. So this time, when you partner with us, when you decide to do it, plan it. Set it aside. The online one actually starts September 1st. So you have 3 weeks to get your ducks in a row. Like, I'm not saying you can't start doing your 10 a day right now, but I'm saying you have time to make those changes. Our kids, we took them out of gymnastics. We took them out of, they weren't in softball. They weren't for a season, right? What could you do in that season of push? So September, October, November, I want you to decide to put this first. I want you to commit to talking to 10 people a day. Now, before you just log off, I want you to think about what that means. I'm looking for my phone. I'm talking to my phone. You have in your phone a list of people that you know. It's your address book. You have a ton of people in there. I venture to say most of you have over 100 people that are actually in your phone already. You can send them a text and generate conversations. Hey, how you doing? Haven't talked to you in forever. That doesn't mean you're going to go in and say, bye, Young Living. You're just going to start conversations because Young Living is a relationship-based business, right? So you have to be about the business of developing and creating some more relationships. That's how that works. You have to get out there and start doing that. So I want you to get on your phone and I want you to start choosing. I'm going to text 10 people. I'm going to text 10 people and start conversations. These are 10 people you already know. So we're not even talking about strangers. These are 10 people in your phone. And in our in-person class, this was what I said. I'm going to say it to you. Don't pick and choose. Don't go like, well, maybe I'll talk to this. Oh, I can't talk to that person. No way. I want you to start alphabetically and go down in a row. And I want that post to be something super simple like, haven't talked to you in a long time. How are you? How are the kids? Something short that you could post to 10 different people just to start a conversation. Some of those people aren't going to answer back. Some of them are, it's going to be conversation for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Couple of years, but it's okay because those are all tiny seeds of relationships that you're going to develop. Relationship after relationship after relationship, because that's what you're looking for. In addition to that, so after you're doing your phone, you also need to do some out there talking to real life people. So tell me, how many of you guys have a stack of business cards or a stack of people that filled out stuff at some event you did and you collected all their information, you got this stack of stuff and it's sitting there and you're like, I got to organize my office first. You know, I got to put this here and I have to do this and I have to have a beautiful background and all these different things. Listen, I want you to know those are not income producing activities. Nobody cares what your office looks like. Like if I turn this camera around, it ain't all pretty. I'm not that girl. I'm not that fancy girl, right? So directly in front of me is my husband's desk, and on the wall in Star Trek font, it says the force is strong with this one, okay? So our house, not that house. But that doesn't matter. Me straightening and doing this is not going to build my business. That's not an income producing activity. And I want to tell you to take that stack of names, all those papers, all those business cards, and I want you to call them. Sit down for 60 minutes and call all those names. Maybe you got a ton. Maybe it's going to take you 120 minutes. You got to take 2 hours. And I want you to go through all of those people. I want you to call them, however that contact was, whatever the business card is. If you don't remember them and you got a business card, you can legitimately say, hey, I just seen your business card sitting on my desk, not sure where we met. Can you tell me a little bit about you so I can figure out why I have your card? People love to talk about themselves. Give them that opportunity to speak about themselves so that gives you the opportunity to speak into their lives too. I'm just saying, go through those contacts and get them off the list because we make so many excuses why we're going to start tomorrow. We're going to start this next week. Oh, I've got this going on. I'm going to start next month. Oh, no. You need to start now. You need to decide that you're going to go through all those contacts. You're going to talk to them because people, introducing Young Living, creating relationships, that's an income producing activity. That's an income producer. That's meeting new people and bringing new people into your organization, into your sphere of influence. Because through those conversations, you're going to find lots of ways that you can turn around and share the Young Living part of it. So you got to start the relationships first. And then we have the actually stepping out there. During this 90 days, you're going to choose to consciously go out into the world and talk to 10 people a day. 10 people a day. You can do that online. You have people, and this is not just randomly making a comment on somebody's Facebook. This is hooking back up with people you haven't talked to in a long time. Actual conversations. How are you? Your name popped up in my feed. We haven't talked in forever. What's new in your universe? again, it's always just about conversations and relationship. And if you will listen to people and meet their needs, you will build a team. That's what this is about. When we tell you to go out and talk to 10 people, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, this is not just randomly handing out a flyer and thinking the flyer is going to do the work. Even when you're out there handing out class flyers, right? Because that's one thing that I talk about a lot. If you go to my website, ShannonHudsonYL.com, Shannon Hudson's my name, YL's my game, ShannonHudsonYL.com, and you go to my website, there's a ton of free resources. There's nowhere on there for anybody to sign up, so that's not like I'm trying to sneak people. This is just a resource page. And if you go on there and you go under shared files, there's flyers. And you can upload those flyers. You can use them, change and put your contact information. And the flyers that we use are for upcoming classes. And when we hand out 10 flyers, the flyer is a tool that you use to start a conversation. So on the flyer that we have right now on there, one of the classes is sharing CBD. We just did that last Monday. One of the classes is autoimmune disorders, my story, because I'll be talking about MS and leukemia, all the different things that I've gone through and all the great changes that we've made that have really affected my health personally. We've got a cooking class on there, you know, making school lunches and all the fun stuff you can do. So there's all kinds of topics. Now the concept of sharing with 10, getting out there and sharing with 10 new people, so you're opening your sphere of influence and getting around more people, is at the top of this flyer it says health and wellness workshops. So it doesn't necessarily just say Young Living, it doesn't say essential oils, it's a world of different things, so that it opens so much conversation. So I can be chit-chatting with somebody who's looking at apples. I'm looking at apples. Don't the apples smell good? They do smell good. I love organic. I hate the scratchy stuff that they put on it, and just a chit-chat conversation. But then at the end of the conversation, when it's coming to a close, I say, hey, if you know anybody that's interested, we've got some great health and wellness classes that we do right around the corner. I'd love to have you join us. And I hand them the flyer. Now, the flyer is just a tool, because what happens every single time somebody gets the flyer is they look at the flyer and they will either fold it up and go, okay, thank you, and they put it in their purse and I never hear from them, but that counts as one of my people. Or they'll look at it and they'll ask a quick question, health and wellness, like, what kind of health and wellness stuff do you do? And I go, oh my gosh, why are you interested in alternative health? And I let them talk. See, people love to talk about themselves. It is their most favorite topic, right? So I want to ask open-ended questions that get them talking about them. So when they say, well, yeah, kind of, I've been looking at it, I try to do, and they tell me their story. You know, I try to do healthy, we've been trying to get some of the stuff out, and they got that, oh, that's fantastic. How long have you been doing it? Really, what's been your experience? What are you doing already? How long have you been, what kind of stuff do you already do? So I chit-chat. I let them talk and I just chit-chat. I don't answer what I do. I don't tell them 1,000 things about the upcoming classes. I let them talk. It is amazing to me how that skill of letting people communicate, how much that will serve you, because it gets them telling you their need. So if they're telling me, yeah, I've been trying to get my daughter to eat healthy. She really doesn't like it. She goes to her dad's on the weekends and, you know, he lets her eat Fruit Loops and all those kinds of things. And it's just really frustrating. Oh, I bet that's frustrating. So how long have you been doing it that way? How long have you been looking at that? And getting that conversation. And then I'll go back to the flyer. So conversation is ending. I'll go, well, girl, you need to come. You know, bring your daughter with you. We'd love to have you come to the classes. We got all kinds of stuff scheduled. Love to have you there. Or they look at it and they go, ooh, CBD. What are you doing with CBD? Or, what's going on with CBD? Any of those things. I go, oh my gosh, yes, we got a fantastic class going on. So tell me, do you already use CBD? See, again, I didn't answer what was going to be in the class. I think we need to understand is that if I answer all their questions in that moment, then they think they know all the answers and they don't need to come to the class. It's a tool so I can learn more about them. It's a tool so that we can chit-chat, so we can get these deep conversations going. And they go, well, no, I don't use CBD, but I've seen a friend of mine who's using CBD. She's doing it for pain. She's doing it, whatever the conversation is. Oh my gosh, girl, you need to come to the class. It's going to blow your mind. This will partner exactly with what you've been doing. So I let them talk, and then I lead them back to the flyer. And then If they ask me 3 questions, if they stop me 3 times in a row, so one, it's health and wellness, I've been doing some health and wellness, or I haven't been doing it, or my sister needs it, whatever it is, I let them talk, and then I point, just come to the class, you'll love it, absolutely. And Mondays, bring your friends, it'll be great. And then, the CBD, what are you doing with CBD? And I noticed my answer wasn't, listen, CBD, and we have isolates, and we have, smart spectrum, and it works for this, and this, and this, and this. Instead, I'm letting them tell me what they know, and that, oh my gosh, you're going to learn so much. And the reason why it's like a vetting process. If they ask me 3 questions, I know that they're really interested. I know this is going to sound bad, but I don't want to waste my time trying to get people to do this. I'm looking for people that want this, people that will duplicate this, people that will tell other people. Like, that's what I'm looking for. So when I'm out there and I'm sharing and I'm talking to people and I'm handing out my flyers, the majority of people take the flyer, fold it up, put it in their purse, and I never hear from them again. That is the majority. So if I'm doing 10 a day, say 9 of them, nothing. 1 or 2 of them, they're going to ask a couple of questions. Right? So some days I answer questions for 2 or 3 people, and that's it. They go about their day. Great, they fold it up, they go. But if they get to that third question is when I turn around and I look at them and I go, oh my gosh, I am so glad we ran into each other. You are obviously of the same mind as me. I would be happy to sit down and answer some of those questions. And that's when I answer their moment, their need. What is their need in that moment? We've been talking. There's conversation. She's told me all about her. She's got stuff going on with her kids, and I know that I can help, right? So that's when I turn around and I set up an appointment. I do bring them to the classes afterwards, but that flyer, that 10 a day, is for me to start enough conversations with enough people that I'm going to find the ones that resonate with me, that work with me, that are the right personality that I can turn around and help. That's what this is about. It's getting that mindset going. And then after I have sat down with them and we do that catalog introduction. So if you did not see our catalog introduction that we do, that's what I lead people to right after this, is the catalog introduction. Then I would take them to the class the following week. So I would pick them up to go to that immune disorders book, class with Shannon. I would take them to the next thing. So that's what the concept is behind the 1090. In this 90-day hustle, you are committing that you're going to call, text, Facebook, talk to new people, 10 every single day. So at the end of a month, that is 300 people that you will have talked to. So even if you're really, really bad, think about your odds with this. At the course of the end of 90 days, that is 900 people that you would have consciously been out there talking to and building relationships. Out of 900 people, do you think that you could get maybe 10% of them that would be interested to sit down and talk to you? 10%, that's 90 people. How many of you would be happy to have 90 one-on-ones in the next 3 months? What would happen? You would get better and better. You would feel more confident. You'd have so much stuff on the books, you wouldn't notice if one person doesn't show up. I got my friend, I've got an appointment next week. I'm really excited, this is going to be great. And she cancels. You're like, my friend canceled. Nobody ever does this with me. That was one person in 14 days. I'm talking about getting out there in your season of hustle, going through your list of people, going through all the business cards, talking to the people on your phone, texting the people that you know, contacting, and with effort, with actual intent, going out there and sharing this with enough people to be able to build. That's what I'm talking about, because that percentages, it's just a numbers game in the end. No matter what anybody tells you, it's a numbers game. It's talking to enough people to find the people that are going to be interested in working with you. Sometimes you'll talk to people, you'll do your thing, and they will enroll with somebody else. It wasn't meant for you. You're looking for people that work, and it is a good fit, and it's not a struggle. That's what you're looking for, and you want people that want to duplicate it. When you're sharing it this way and talking to people like this, I'm telling you, people will duplicate that same thing, because that's how they were introduced. People get introduced and they duplicate how they were introduced. If you're out there talking to strangers and then you're teaching your new people how to talk to strangers, do you see how much it helps? We can still talk to the people we know, but most people, their close circle of friends, they go through in the first couple of months, and if those people don't partner and get in, they're like, it just didn't work for me. No, you got to keep going. You have to want it more. How bad do you want this? There are people that went to Royal Crown Diamond in under 2 years. Holy smokes, not my story. Wish it was my story, but right, it happens. Then there are people that after being in Young Living for 25 years still aren't Royal Crown Diamond. There's ones that it took 20 years to get there. Do you think those ones that it took 20 years, it was still worth it? Like, think about it. I want you to go and I want you to look at our income disclosure statement. I want you to understand how big it is. This is in your own virtual office. You can go under member resources. You'll find the income disclosure statement. And I want you to read it. I want you to see, because on here, it tells what the average rank makes. So you can literally decide, okay, what income do I need? Like, what dollar amount is the income that makes it for our family? Everybody's family is different, right? So just so you know, the average silver makes right around $2,000 a month. That's the average silver. But the average silver, I want to make sure I tell you this correctly. The average silver, it took them on average 32 months to get to the rank of silver. So 32 months, but some of those people made it in a month. They did that in 1 month. From the day they signed up to the day they went silver, 1 month. The average 32. But some, it took 252 months to get to the rank of silver. You just have to decide, when do you want it? Like, how long have you been in thinking about it? How long have you been talking about it? How long ago did you hit that rank and then haven't hit it again? All of those things, I want you up here to decide, you know what? In the next 90 days, I'm going to run for it. My story, when we enrolled in Young Living, from the time we enrolled to the time we achieved the rank of silver, was 90 days. We went gold like 2 months later, and platinum. That's my story. But then we got to the rank of diamond, and we hit diamond, and then back to platinum, and right now, we're working on hitting our diamond again and our crown diamond. Our OGV is at the crown diamond. We're working on getting our other legs where they need to be. That's what we're working on. So this 90 days, when we're talking about it, Brian and I are working it with you. We're working and pushing for our crown so that we can hit crown this year as well. So this isn't, I'm telling you, you ought to do. This is what I'm doing, and let's do it together. Let's get out there and partner. And every single time you do your 10, every day, you need to come in and say, hashtag building diamond, hit my 10. Hashtag building diamond, met 3 people I really liked. Hashtag building diamond, did 2, and I wish I would have done 10. Because you know what? You might have days like that. I'm telling you, we want you to stay in contact. We want you to have that accountability. That's the growing diamond. I want you to contact, text, email, however you do your upline, and tell them, listen, I'm doing the growing diamond challenge. I'm going to push for the next 90 days. This is the rank I want to get. This is what I'm willing to do. So maybe I'm saying 10 and you're saying there's just no way I can't do 10. Emotionally, it's more than, and you're like, I'm blocking out. Then you do you. You do you. If all you can commit to is, I can talk to 2 people a day, then do that. But know what that means for your speed, right? Know what that means for the energy that you're putting out there. If you're going to do 2 a day, that means that's 60 people in a month. Is that still good? Absolutely. Something is better than nothing. I don't want you to say, I can't do it. I want you to decide that whatever you're going to do, you're going to do it consistently. See, it's about you. This is the promise you make to yourself, that you're going to do something. So this is how it's going to work. You're going to go talk to that 10 a day, or whatever you're choosing to do for you. You're going to let your upline know what you're doing. You're also going to do 2 meetings a week. I know. As soon as I said that, some of you went, I can't even get 1 meeting in a month. But it's numbers, right? The more people that you are talking to, you have in your phone a buttload of people that you could start communicating with now. You have 3 weeks to get those things on the books. And when I say meetings, I'm not saying do an online class, bulk invite 1,000 people, and then count it. No, this has to be where you're actually messaging that person and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I've got a class going on. I would love for you to join us. Here's the link. Here's the information. And you communicate with them. Hey, we were talking a couple of months ago and you were talking about whatever. I was thinking of you. I would love for you to come. I've got room for 6 people in the class. Whatever it is. This is personal invitations to be able to do. If somebody says, well, I can't do it at 3, go, I'm doing another one Friday at 4. Does that work better for you? Right? So it's personal conversations, one-on-one. So you're doing 2, either an online meeting, an in-person meeting, a one-on-one, a group meeting, a hotel meeting, and I'll even count If somebody is doing classes near you and you grab a brand new person and you bring them with you, I'll even count that. So you don't even have to be the person teaching the class. If your upline already does classes, if your sideline does stuff, if your crossline is doing stuff, your downline is doing stuff, and you're bringing them to them, and you're bringing new people, introducing them to this world of Young Living, I count it. 2 every single week. Consistency. 2 every single week. 2 every single week. I am telling you, you will see amazing things begin to happen in your team. And this weekend, what do we have going on tomorrow? Tomorrow is the rally, man. This is Live Your Passion Rally, and they are going on all over the place. So you could today get on the phone, start talking to some people, and bring some new people with you to the Live Your Passion rallies. If you can't join a Live Your Passion rally online, or you're working, in person, or you're working, there's a whole bunch of them that are online. So you can check out some of the online ones. And if you don't know where it is, go in your virtual office, go under member resources, click the events button, and then you're going to click that top bar. Oh, what's it called? Featured events. Click that one, and it has all the Live Your Passion rallies going on all over the United States, including a really smaller button that is online. So if you need to do online, click on that and find it. Just get yourself there, because it's about getting good stuff in here so that you have stuff to give back to other people. So you need to get out there and start doing it. Start doing those income producing activities. We're going to talk more about income producing activities throughout this entire contest, because it's about sharing and talking to new people. It's about enrolling new people. It is about helping people get on Essential Rewards. And we're going to talk about that next week, big time. But I also have special speakers, Susan, oh my gosh, Bobby and Susan. They are the Now What girls, and they are going to be coming on this Tuesday at 1 o'clock, and they're going to be sharing a book that they have that really helps get people on Essential Rewards, helps you to be able to turn around and teach. So you're wanting to teach classes, and like I said, I don't have scripts, right? So I teach, I share a class, I love to do it, but I don't have a script for you to read, and people always want that. One of the things the Now What ladies have is a script for all 12 systems of the body, including your basic essential oils one. So you've got all of those available. You've got Sarah Harnesh's script for doing 101s. There's so many different places where you can get that if you're wanting to teach classes. So check those out as well. And like I said, Wednesday, they're going to be doing a Facebook Live in the 1090 page. Not Wednesday, Tuesday. They're going to do that the next 2 Tuesdays. One is going to be just on enrolling people and what they're going to do for the first 90 days, which is all about Essential Rewards. Susan, there you are, Susan Richardson. Oh my gosh, and Bobby Decker. So the first book is all about signing people up and helping them set up their 90-day game plan, like what they're going to do for their own personal health. And then the next week, it's going to be talking about how to be able to teach the classes and how those books work together. I adore them. I talk about their books all the time. It's going to be a real great tool for you guys to use. It's also super inexpensive. So I think they're at Life Science Publishers if you want to check those out. Now What is the series name? But you're going to go to my website, shannonhudsonwild.com, and go to the, I think it's under File Share. And there is a document under there that says #GrowingDiamond. And that's the thing that you're going to fill out. So every time you do your 10, you're going to keep track of that on the back. Just keep 10. And the date did 10, did 10, did 10. And then on the front of it, you're going to write down your meetings and your classes. And what I want you to do is every time you have a meeting, you have a class, you have anything, take a picture of you doing that. It can be you at a class, just so that we know you're doing it. Post that in the 1090 and do #GrowingDiamond, #GrowingDiamond, so that we can keep up with you doing it. At the end of this contest, so it starts September 1st is when it really starts rolling, but now is the time that you're going to get your stuff organized. You're going to get yourself in a place where you're ready to build. You're going to clean out your calendar. You're going to talk to other people on your team. One of the best ways to really see this like multiply is to partner with people that are on your team and get them to 1090 with you, so that they're out there building. Because I'm telling you, the momentum behind having a whole group of people doing it on your team is huge. So you want to get them partnering with you on that. And then you're going to fill out that form. And on November 1st, I have to have it back November 1st, because November 2nd is the Live Your Passion Rally. And at that rally, we're going to be announcing the winner of a Select 30 kit, that big, beautiful Select 30. Anybody that actually gets that document into me and they followed through, they did their 2 minutes, their 2 meetings a week, they talked to their 10 a day, they got that to me on November 1st, all of those names will go in for a drawing, and one lucky person, does not have to be on my team, is going to win that Select 30. So that is for everybody. So I'm excited. Make sure you check that out. Also, if you want to come to any of the classes and workshops and stuff we do, I have Facebook Lives that we're doing on my personal page. I will put a link for that. And those are all health and wellness. The 101 class is in there. I think I will post that in here as well so you guys can use that to be able to train. This is a 20-minute introduction to Young Living, our kit, and how you get started. So this is what I do with strangers. It takes me 20 minutes in and out, and in this time period, we're talking about the people that they know and who they care about. And using using this class will really speed up and make you more duplicatable, I think. I think it's super duplicatable. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I don't know how long I went. I hope I didn't go over. Make sure you share this with your people. Remember, hashtag Growing Diamond. Let me know what rank you're going on the page. If you're committed to doing this, I want you to write on the 1090 page, hashtag Growing Diamond, what rank you're going for and that you are in. That's what I want to see. I want to know who everybody is and that you are in. All right, guys, talk to you next week.